America, the country that stood up to tyranny and oppression, a country that represents all things good and free. Like many Americans, we all want the best for our families. We want to see our children and grandchildren succeed. We want to see them smile. Unfortunately, our ideals are not always what we have hoped for. This is Vera. These are her two grandchildren.
I'm 62 years old. I'm a mother of three, grandmother of two, and they have now put 680 wells, gas wells, in 5 years in our county and 39 other counties.
And this is her backyard. Vera lives in Susquehanna County in Pennsylvania.
Gas wells right near homes, anywhere from 300 feet and beyond.
She's an activist against fracking. She experiences fracking firsthand.
All kinds of toxic emissions, and they have noise 24/7, and they're putting these near homes, near people, in 40 counties in Pennsylvania, besides other states, about 31 other states. It doesn't care who they put it next to and what it does to our health and our lives. I don't feel like I'm being exposed to the dangers of pipelines that could explode and compressor stations. We already had one explosion and fire last March, over a year ago. I went to it because I followed the fire trucks. I heard they were in town. Well, that was in my county, so it wasn't right next to me, next to other people's homes, so I happened to know. The roads are a mess. You can barely even drive on them. They can't keep up with the road damage. From all the hundreds and thousands of trucks that are tons, dozens of tons, thousands of pounds of weight and dozens of tons of weight. They're all over 10-ton limitations, which says 10 tons on the road. They're all over that. How does it affect me? It's making me sick on many levels. Besides being exposed to the bad air, to have water impacts, they have a whole bunch of areas where we have water changes, and we have to change. I have to drink bottled water. I'm drinking bottled water for the first time in 22 years. I tasted metal on my tongue last October after fracking. There was fracking of wells 3,000 feet from my home. Our creeks now have green algae in them earlier than ever. We have green creeks and ponds starting in February, which is the earliest I've ever seen. There's some kind of an impact there. We have animals. I know people who have dairy cows that have rashes on their cows, and they have rashes on their bodies because the water has changed after drilling and fracking. Nobody is testing in the state of Pennsylvania for Marcellus contaminants.
In April 2010, cows on a farm may have possibly consumed tainted water from a leaking well. The well was tested and contained the usual fracking solutions. The vegetation in the 30 by 40 foot radius of the leak died. The 28 cows were quarantined. These cows, however, did not die, but they did, however, give birth to quite a few dead calves that year. Vera warns that while fracking affects livestock, it will also cause the contamination of agricultural products, such as vegetables. Groundwater will lead to the contamination of food supplies, not only to the community, but to the United States as a whole. This can create some serious impact on local farmers who rely on farming as a livelihood.
We have about at least six gas companies in our area, plus all of their subcontractors, several fracking companies, all kinds of companies. My group is called Citizens for Clean Water. We believe it can be fought and it can be stopped.